Hello! I'm gonna do another puzzle in this game. King's Ransom Online. Reset ownership information of virtual real estate in King's Ransom Online. Okay. You know people pay real money for items in online games? Yes, I did know. Yeah, it's pretty common. It's apparently a booming business. Some players even make their living from games this way. Normally, it takes a lot of skill and perseverance, but if someone were able to change the ownership of these digital objects, theoretically, that person could become very wealthy overnight. I'm not suggesting that you do that, of course, but I'm suggesting you try. You know, I don't think that was actually a thing in the 90s as far as I know, but I don't know. So maybe there was some, because this game is supposed to take place in 1997, but yeah, I know from definitely a lot of games nowadays. People trade items in them for real money. These guys are kind of weird looking. They're like shiny exabots. Wait, what's going on here? Reset the ownership of all castles and sub-buildings to P00000 file 300. Wait, what? The player ID for unowned buildings. Oh, I see. To ensure that there are no witnesses, you must first disconnect all connected players. Terminate every EXA in every host before changing any castle or sub-building files anywhere in the network. This is like literally like video game. I'm playing a video game in a video game. Terminate every EXA in every host before changing any castle or sub-building files anywhere in the network. If you leave an EXA alive in one host while changing a file in another, you will fail the task. Leave an EXA alive in one host while changing a file in another. Oh, so I need to kill off all the EXAs before I can do any file changing. Okay, and there's actually something to read this time on this, so I think I'll get that open. So give me a second to do that and we'll have a look at it. Let's see if that works. There we go. Let's see, they said look at Network Exploration King's Ransom Online. Let's find where that is. Oh, page 13. Okay, this is something I definitely haven't read. King's Ransom Online. Welcome to the land. Oh, I think this is just repeating something that we see in here. Hail, fellow warrior. Welcome to the land of King's Ransom Online. KRO in the language of the bards, or maybe Crow. The most popular online game in all the 6 realms. Forsooth, Crow employeth the latest in network programming technologies. The small but noble EXA. Every player that connecteth to this game is represented by an EXA, and every weapon and building is represented by a file. Okay. Each realm is hosted on a dedicated server, so as to handle the vast numbers of players that connect to Crow. Alas, many a great battle has passed where congestion meant players could not connect to the realm in contests. Oh. Buildings. Each building in Crow possesseth the following format. Name, type, either castle, building, or upgrade. Owner's player ID, and 0 or more numbers that are the file IDs of sub-buildings of this building. Verily, sub-buildings can even have their own sub-buildings, such as the legendary Wizard's Tower. Weapons. Furthermore, each weapon in Crow possesseth the following format. Name, damage type, speed, weight, durability. 999 is perfect, 0 is broken, and any special effects the weapon may have. Beware, warrior, such knowledge is dangerous. Let us not speak of this further, lest the furies of the great deep come for us. Okay. Alright, also I guess this is an ad for the game I just noticed. 17 guildmates online, now we're ready to raid. It's like a watch that tells you stuff from the game. Castle Longstone under attack? Better alert my friends. It's the month of sorrows already. November? What? I'll have to check in at the Enchanted Grotto. Nighttime. I'll be on the lookout for wraith wolves. That crystal sword sure went for a pretty penny at auction. Looks like I can finally afford to upgrade the Wizard's Tower. It's pretty funny. There totally were things like this back in the 90s. King's Ransom Online is so realistic, you never want to leave, and now you'll never have to. Oh god. Introducing the Game Link Watch Crow Edition. All the in-game information you could ever want, just a quick glance away whether you're at work, school, or out on the town. Act now and get your first month free with qualified purchase. Crow, not quite your cup of tea? Keep an eye out for Bloodlust Online and Hollow Hill Chronicles game. Link editions. Oh, Game Link editions. Available soon at stores near you. Game Link, always connected. 1 month free with qualifying initial purchase of Game Link Watch and Service. $7.99 a month thereafter, and minimum 24-month subscription cannot be combined with other offers. Void where prohibited. King's Ransom Online is a registered trademark of Wobble Inc. Bloodlust Online is a trademark of Red Wine Studios. Hollow Hill Chronicles is a trademark of Okra Pro. Alright. Okay, cool. I'll go back to the game now. So, do I need to actually fight these X's? Is that the idea of this one? Wow, there's a lot. Okay, wait, so I must first disconnect all the players, and I do that by just killing the X's. Terminate is how they say it, but whatever word works. Just actually flipping through so I can have this page open. So before I manipulate any of the files, because eventually I want to change all these P somethings into P00000. And this is the name, type, castle, building, or upgrade. This is the player's ID. And then these are the sub-buildings. Huh, okay. Reset the ownership of all castles and sub-buildings. Oh, okay. So the only thing I don't need to do that for is upgrades. Yeah, here, like this one. Master Metalsmith's Quarters upgrade. As far as, it doesn't say anything about upgrades in here, so I think I can just ignore those. But first, before I do anything, I have to terminate these X's, but some of them are holding things. So like if I just say like link 800, link 805, and kill, like what happens? Oh, he did die in the end. And he dropped a weapon. But it doesn't really seem to matter. Like it seems like it's okay. So, but there's probably different amounts every time. Okay. Huh. And I have to kill all of these X's before I can change any of the files. So that's also another like stop gap. Like I can't just send a bot out into each and once you're done killing the X's in there, start manipulating the files, because it says to ensure there are no witnesses, you must first disconnect all connected players, terminate every EXA in every host before changing any castle or sub-building files anywhere in the network. If you leave an EXA alive in one host, or this one, while changing a file in another, you fail the task. Okay. But there's a different amount every time. It seems like all I need to do is just type kill. Like I don't think there's any special thing I need to do. Oh, and also it gives the number of clear the ownership of each building. It says 26. Let's just see, because if I count all these, I think it should be more than 26. It looks like it, but that would be 6, 10, 12, 16, 20, 26. Oh. Because I thought there were upgrades, and I thought they didn't count. Like this one, 213. thought that's an upgrade, so why do I have to reset the ownership of that? It says clear the ownership of each building. 26, yeah. 6, 10, 12, 18, 22, 26. Okay, so I think even if it is an upgrade, I have to do it. It just didn't specify that for some reason, but I can't explain otherwise why that would say 26. I mean, it's not like these weapons or things I need to change. Yeah, huh, that's weird. I feel like it should have mentioned that, but okay. So alright, so then if I want to kill off all the X's first, do I want a different X in all of the... Maybe like I should have this happen in a wave where it's like first we just kill off all of these guys and then we send a guy in. And because it seems like the most we'll ever have in one is like 3. Like, it doesn't even seem like it ever goes up to 4. I could technically just send an X into every single one, use kill 3 times, and then just go from there. Seems like there's always at least 1 also. So it's between 1 and 3, from what I can tell. Like, maybe there's a 4 out there, maybe there's a 0, but from what I can tell, it looks like it's always between 1 and 3. So then, like, I'm wondering if I should just basically replicate the same bots or something along those lines to go into all of these and then say kill, kill, kill. So if there's 3, I'll get all of them, and then once that's done, do with the rest. That seems like the best way, honestly, because yeah, I mean, like, otherwise how would I count how many bots are in a host? I don't think there is a way to do that. So now the question is, what's the best way to send an EXA into 800, 801, 802, 803, 804, and 805? I guess I could... Okay, I think I thought of a way. Like... I think I would just say something like... Copy 800 into X. And then we just say, yeah, actually this will work. And then we'll say, like, at some point I'm gonna have to mark a replication spot, but I'll say link 800. I guess actually, well, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but now I'm in here, and then I want to say, like, replicate, yeah, replicate, I don't know, say copy, and I think I would want it to be here, but the thing is I don't want it to instantly make a replica. It's like, my idea is that I'll add 1 to X, and then yeah, and then at one point it just won't be able to go to 806, so it'll just die. That'll work. So do I want to say link 800? Oh, I see, because I kind of want to say, like, oh, maybe I could say this. I could, like, this is kind of funny, but I could say 799, and then I could say add 1 to X, put it in X, and then replicate. And then after this, it's always just going to try to... Well, actually, wait. No, I want to say add 1, and then test if X... Or no, see, I don't even need to test, though. It's like I want to link, but then I want to replicate, but I don't want to... yeah, what's the best way to do that? I mean... yeah, because I wanted to link because then if I can't link, that means I've reached 806. But because and if I can't reach 806, it just dies and it doesn't replicate. But the thing is, if I move in and then replicate, it's kind of silly because then you would like the bot would have to go back out and into another one, which isn't really efficient. So I guess I'll just say a test anyways, so we won't have like a bot that'll just run into a dead end. Test if it's less than 806, or actually I could just say if it equals 806, honestly. And then if it's false, then we need to jump to end or whatever. But otherwise, just replicate, copy, and will just be like halt. So just to see, I don't know if this will work quite. Oh wait, okay, hold on. Wait, that was weird. Link 800, add 1, test that. If it's not, then I want to replicate, and then I want to link to X. And there's more stuff after that, but this should... Wait, what? Really? Oh, wait. Wait, what? Oh, wait, no, sorry, I want to say T-jump end. Whoops. Looks pretty good. Yeah, nice. Okay, wait, what was this last one? Oh, because we had a bot that... Oh, you know, so I could actually say if you get to 806, we'll do a different thing. So I'll probably say like it won't actually halt, but for now I'll say that. And then once it links, I'll just gonna say kill, kill, kill. And then it can halt. So that should kill off, yeah, all of them. Nice. I think that's like kind of the best way to do it as far as I can think of. And then when we get to the end, this is where I have a bot here ready to go in and change some files. I guess I actually need that ID though. Do I just make him go back in, or do I bring that along? Huh. Yeah, that's funny. I mean... I think I'll just honestly say link minus... I mean, this seems a little silly. No, maybe I'll say copy that, or yeah, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Grab 300, link 800, and then just drop 300 just to bring it over, just so that this guy, all he has to do is grab 300, and then he'll, wait, what? Alright, I don't need to say the number, that's right. So he'll have that file there. Okay, and then... Now, I basically just need to copy F into X so that it has this ID in it. And then I need to do a similar thing where I send a bunch of bots out in waves, but just to go change all these files. So I think it's always the third, yeah, it's always the third thing in the file is something else. So, okay, so then copy that in there. And then, so similar idea, we'll say, I guess I don't want to have that anymore, so I should be like, copy that. Do I say drop and then wipe, or how does this work? Oh, no, I just say wipe. Wipe so that we leave no trace. And now I want to do something similar to this. But the problem, I guess, now is like I want to go 801, 800, 801, blah, 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 all the way through again. So that's funny, because then it almost seems like... Yeah, I mean, like, if I could do it with the same exa that just killed all of them, it would be better, I guess. But then that would mean I would need them all to be holding a file, I guess. Or could they store it in the... see, this test ruined it. Okay, I think I'm gonna redo this a little bit, but I'll make a copy just in case I like hate the fact that I like split everything. But like what I'm thinking is might be better actually if I do the thing where it just dies off and just annoyingly say because I just can't think of a better way. Because if I don't use the test, then I could also bring in this. I could grab 300. I could literally grab 300 right there, copy F to T, and then drop that. And then I wouldn't need any of this stuff. So I wouldn't need any of that, I don't think. And we would just link in. We don't need to drop anymore. Add one, and then so now it's like we add one. The first guy will have 800 now. Then we make a copy, but this is where I need to change it because it's like I would add one, try to link, and this is like the silly part because I would say like link X. If I can link X, then I would want to make a copy that starts by going back one, I guess. Or I could say if you can link X, then go back. Yeah, that's why it's like, it's really unfortunate. Is there a way to do this that I'm missing? Link 800, mark cop. So that link 800 is not really related. Let me put it there. Mark copy. So we add one, we get 800. We try to link there, but if we're successful, that's when we want to replicate. If it's not successful, that's where it should just end. Otherwise, I'll just have an endless chain of bots trying to go into hosts that don't exist. But I don't want to use the test because that will, if I don't use the T register, then I can store that nice value in there. Let me just think. Maybe I actually want to store 799 in T or something and copy the file to X, because then maybe there's a better way to do this. So like, because maybe I could say like add one or something, or maybe like, maybe I could even start at 805 and say like subtract 800 and then test. But then I would need to know how to link. Okay, I thought of a kind of dumb way to do this, but it kind of works. So I think what I would say is like start with 805. I think that'll work. And then we'll say this is the copy spot, but we'll say subtract 800 from T. Oh, no, that's not gonna work, because I was thinking of doing a test. Well, no, actually, maybe that does work. Yeah, subtract, 800 from T and store in T, and then if it's false, so if it's less than 0, we don't need to do anymore, but if it's true, we do need to do more. So F jump would just be N now. That's just like halt. But if it's okay, then we would just want to add 800 back and link to that. And then we do kill. Let me just see if that at least, oh wait, what happened there? Subtract. Oh wait. Oh, I think I said subtract 800. Oh, I want the other way around. Subtract t by 800 and store it in t. And just so it's like symmetric, I'll say like that. Doesn't really matter in that case, but okay. So, oh, so what happened there? So, oh, I didn't replicate. So, yeah, because this is where, as long as it's not false, then we can add 800 back, then replicate a copy, and then we do this. Oh. Oh, but I need to increment it. So this is where I would always want to start. Oh, I guess I would actually want to add back 801. Is that it? No. Oh, wait, no. I would want to add back 799. Okay, and then this, I think, should be 806, is it? Yeah, okay. So that will make it so I can kill off all of them. Oh, the only problem is what happens if it doesn't have one to kill? So let me see what happens here, because it's saying kill, kill. Oh, so kill, terminate another X in the same host as XI, prioritizing X is created by the same user if there's more than one possible target. Oh, so it's like I can do kill, and if there's nothing to kill, it seems like it's okay, because this guy went to the third step even though there were only 2 X's in there. So that's good. I wasn't actually even considering that, but that is very helpful. So then once it's killed off all of them, technically that's where I want to start manipulating the files, but actually I first have to wait for all the other X's to be killed, so I kind of think this is where I'll need like a global command to come in. Because yeah, otherwise the timing would just be annoying. So, oh, but if I need a global command to come in, that global command could literally just be the ID that we need. But if I already have the ID, then, well, I mean, I could still do a thing where it's like this guy. I mean, this isn't gonna work for every situation, but if I just say like copy, it doesn't even matter, but like 1 into M, and then just like do that again, and then this guy just has to wait for, actually we would just say void M. So like it can't void M if there's nothing there, so it's like holding. And then eventually, yep, we got that. Oh yeah, and it went to the next thing, but that's because there's nothing after this, but he can move on now. Okay. And all the bots are killed at this point, so that's good. So I'll just say now, this is like another loop where I have to say, and I think I'll just probably stick with this way. I'll figure out how that works, but I can always, the only other idea I had is like have a bot that just, his job is to just send out P0000, and in that way we wouldn't actually need to use the X and the T registers, but I don't know if that really matters, because I mean, does it? Does that help somehow? Maybe I want to consider that, so I might make another. Because then if I just said just use X. Okay, but who's gonna send the file? Well, I guess I would just grab that link and then drop it so that it's just there. And then I would, this guy, instead of whatever he does here, he would grab 300. Yeah, he would grab 300, and then I would need to mark like a loop, I guess. And then he would, or well, grab 300, copy F into X, and then he could just wipe that. And then the loop will be copy X into M, and then jump loop. And he would need to, there would have to be something that gets him to go away, like, but if I do this, then he's copying this value to everyone, so we don't actually need to worry about that. It's kind of like doing two birds with one stone. So all we need to think about is getting into each of these. So I would still want to do a test though, because I kind of made it so the last guy is the guy that will give out the information. So I would still need to say mark copy, and then we would start by, or I could just say like test if, yeah, I would just say test if X equals 806. If it's true, then you go to the end, and otherwise we add 1. Yeah, well, no, then we just actually, or no, yeah, well, what would we say? I guess, yeah, I guess we would say add 1 to X, store in X. Actually, I kind of like the look of X1X for whatever reason. Add, whatever, it doesn't even matter. And then I guess I would have to start at 799. And then we jump to the end. But then otherwise, we just go in, we just link to X, and then we do the kill, kill, kill. And then we need to wait for getting the value, and we would probably just want to store that in X. And I'll just say halt for now, just so that I can see where they are, if this is working. Okay, so that didn't work. What happened there? Oh, I didn't do replicate, right? It's gonna, as long as it doesn't, then we replicate copy. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I think this is better. So now, once they get that value, this is where I need another loop of just them going through every file they can find. And this is the weird part, because the files are kind of randomly numbered. So there's not like, I can't just do a nice process for this. And I can only grab files with specific IDs. Yeah, how would I do this actually? Oh wait, no, there's always a 200 file. What is it? Oh, because the 200 file is like, I see. So this is where the whole sub-building thing comes in. But I still think I need to destroy the, or not destroy, but like remove the ownership of all the upgrades as well. It just doesn't mention that, which is weird. So then, and just to make sure, let me, like if I test this one, 3, 5, 11, 17, 20, 26, yeah, like, and some of these are definitely gonna be upgrades, so I don't get that. I don't know why I didn't just mention upgrades. But anyways, so I'd always start here, and this will kind of be like a, so this will probably be a loop, but I'll just say mark like reset, because this is like resetting the ownership, as they say. So I would want to, well, I guess I would actually want to always start once we get that value by grabbing file 200. And let's start with this guy here. So he'll grab this one, which, how would I guess, oh, it is that one right there, nice. And then we want to change that to whatever, but then I need to check out all these ones, and oh, I see, and then I need to see if the sub-buildings have sub-buildings. But I'll just start with something that shouldn't work in general and just say, just pick up that and go to all the sub ones, and I don't know, or maybe I'll think about it. But let's just say, okay, so then I would want to seek 2, I guess, because it's already on the first one. And then, do I just say copy? I just want to make sure I'm getting, I almost thought there was like another thing, but I think I do just say, yeah, because I can remove a highlighted value. No, but I think all I do is just say copy X, the P000 into F. And then this is where I need to test if I'm at the end of the file. If I am, so I probably will just do this in general. If I am, then I'm done. But if I'm not, then I need to basically make a replica bot, and yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So I'll say, hopefully that'll work, because we might run out of room. Because if I start making, no, actually I think there's always enough room, because of those. Oh well, those bots would be dead, but their weapons would be on the floor. Huh. Let me just see how that works. Yeah, because the weapons are taking up room. And I don't, they just have random IDs. So I couldn't just make endless replicas like in this case, because we'd be out of room. But we wouldn't be out of room if these weren't in the way, but I can't get rid of those unless I know how to pick them up. But I won't know how to pick them up because I don't think those IDs are stored anywhere. Those are just weapons. I don't think those are even written down in any of these things. So I think I just have to accept for the fact that I can't get rid of those. I mean, maybe there's probably some weird way you could. I'm just gonna treat it like I can't, which is a bit annoying though. But in that case, it's like I would want to copy that in, so we overwrite that. Then test if we're at the end of the file. If we're not, then that's the next one I want to go to. But I also need to go to these other 4. And in this case, these sub-buildings don't have their own sub-buildings, but I'm sure, like this one, it looks like it does. So this one, if I pick up this file, I'll first see 290. I pick up that file, then I'll see 279, and then it ends. But also, I want to pick up 200 and then pick up 236. Okay, so that's definitely intentional, the whole thing of like the weapons taking up room. That might have been nice to have replica bots for, but I'm trying to think if there's a way around this. Like maybe I could just make it so like there should always be at least 2 spaces. Yeah, because this is the most crowded it'll ever be, or here both of these are, so like 3 places, so 1 for one bot and then definitely 1 for another bot. So yeah, like I can't do 4 bots at once, which, you know, I kind of almost like would need if I want to just instantly say replicate, go there, replicate, go there, replicate, go there, replicate, go there, replicate, go there. Like that would definitely take up too much room. But if I instead say so what I'm thinking is we would say like go there. Okay, and then we need to test it for at the end of the file. If we are, then we're just done. So I'll just say tjump done, I guess. I can't say tjump end or anything like that because I don't want to send them there. But yeah, I'll just say like mark done, and that's just like halt, I guess. I don't know, or maybe there will be an additional thing, but it doesn't matter. Tjump done. And then if it's not done, then we're going to be looking at the next ID we would want a bot to go to. And what I'm thinking is, like, I kind of pause until that's done and then I go to the next one, and hopefully that would work out. So this is where it would get a bit weird though, because I guess I would need to say, like, okay, we need to pick up file 259. I'm currently holding file 200. And I'd like to have that P000 ID stored in everyone's thing, so how do I get... Oh, so maybe I would say, like... Maybe I would say, like, now then I'll just copy F into M. I think that does work. But I would actually want to be local now, so I'd switch to local, but also I'd want to replicate before I do that, so that the replica bot will take that value and pick up that file, and they'll, or actually they can just say, I can just say grab M, so they don't even need to take in that value, but this will be a little bit different. So like, once they pick up that file, it will just be the same thing. So I'm wondering if I can just do copy F to M. Or wait, so before I copy, this is where I'd have to say replicate. But this replica bot, the first thing I want them to do is grab M, and then it's just like this. So I think I should say something like replicate, I don't know, new bot or whatever, and then I would say mark new bot and then grab M. Just because, like, this grab 200, like, I can't get that to work in general. So then I'll say grab 200 and then jump to reset. I don't know, maybe there's a better way to do that, but at least then first time we do that, but then anytime we replicate, we would first grab the file, the local file. Or actually, could I just make it local right after it gets that ID? Because we don't really, I think I can just make it local then, so I don't have to really even think about that stuff. And then, yeah, and then that new bot is going to do the same thing where it just needs to copy the blank player ID and then test if there's any other stuff. Yeah, so let's just see. So there's something wrong here. Oh, I didn't clear the ownership of all the buildings. So is this because, let's just see what happened, like in like this one, for example. Or why? Oh, it's like it randomly sends it out, I guess, is the thing. But let me just... So, let me see what happens here. Because then, yeah, you pick that up. Made a replica. Oh, and then it just died. Wait, so what happened there? I terminated all the X's. Now we sent it out. Sent to that one first. Let me just see what's happening here then. So you pick, so XAOO. Yeah, you jump to there. He's seeking 2, copying the value in, which he did. Now he sees that we're not at the end of the file. So then it doesn't jump to done. Instead we replicate a new bot. And oh wait, we'll replicate. Oh yeah, and then the new bot is X00001. Oh my god. Which is, let me, I think I can collapse some of these, because I'm looking at X00. Wait, what? Oh, I guess there's like... Oh, you can just condense the window, I see. But no, let me just condense all of these all the way. Collapse all these, I mean. And then I just want to look at X, this guy, and this guy. Okay, so I've never done that before. That's actually pretty nice. And then, so this guy's waiting to get the thing he has to grab, but now he copies in 271. Yeah, that guy picks up 271 now. He seeks, what the heck's going on? He seeked over, copy, oh, another bot died. That's weird, that shouldn't have happened. Test if it's end of the file, it's not. So then replicates a new bot, copies the ID in. Oh, because it just copied and then it ended. That's not what I wanted. Okay, I see the problem. So after it copies, so like this is for this guy, it would be like we picked up 200, we overwrote that P29101 with P0000, we copied. Oh, and then we test if we're at the end, but we're not, so we have to make a new bot that goes to that one, and then what we should do is just test end of file again. But the problem is if I just keep testing end of file over and over again, we're gonna make too many bots too fast. So how do I get around that? Let's see. Because I want to copy, so that copies to the other bot. It's almost like I want to, maybe I should say like copy M, or just actually just void M. So I'll know, let's see, because, yeah, and then once someone's done, so maybe I'll just say like copy, I don't know if this will work, but just copy like 1 to M. Let me just see if this works randomly. No, we didn't. Okay, I just want to know if somehow I got it in one. But my idea was that like we can't continue until some other bot has finished its chain, which I thought that actually made sense, but I guess I'm missing something here. Oh, let me do this thing again. So, oh, that's funny. You can actually see how all the players are gone. Okay, and then he sent it over there, so let's just focus in on that. There should just be a button to collapse all of these all at once. That'd be nice. Okay, anyway. So we're looking at you. And you're gonna grab a file. Seek over here. Overwrite it. Test if we're at the end. We're not. So you're gonna make a new bot. That's you. And then, and now and then I sent over this thing, you pick up that file, and then I'm waiting for something to appear here. So, but meanwhile, you seek over here, overwrite it, test if you're at the end, you're not. So you should also make a new bot, copy, but then this is the problem, because we're copying F to M, but this guy can read it. So maybe I should just make it like, oh no, because we need to keep track of which ones we're on here. But I also want you to, because you saw a new one. Copy. Yeah, because I think the problem was probably like it copies that in 210, but it's not this guy that's probably gonna end up getting that value. It's gonna be this guy, and then yeah. Or it could be that guy. I think it was, yeah, because he voided it. Yeah, so that doesn't work, because then I'll have 2 people waiting for a local thing. That's annoying. But I can't just have the first guy just replicate, because we'll run out of room. And that's all due to the fact that I can't. It's all due to the fact that there's weapons on the floor. But I can't get rid of those weapons in any way I know, because I would have to be able to. I'd have to be able to like pick them up, and I don't know their IDs. Yeah, so. Okay. So yeah, the main issue right now is that once I grab the file and go in here and overwrite the thing, test if I'm at the end of the file, I'm gonna next want to see if I'm not at the end of the file. The next thing I'm gonna want to do is send a bot to pick up that, because I need the bot to just I need a bot remaining with his cursor held on the next one that I want to check. Like, that guy has to wait for the other bot to first go there. So I'm almost wondering, like, could we run into an issue of running out of room even if it was like this, if we only had like 3 spaces? Because yeah, because like, what if it was like a chain of like, this point was a sub-building, or like this had a sub-building here, this had a sub-building here, sub-building there, sub-building, like a sub-building within a sub-building within a sub-building. I feel like that could happen for all I know, and I would quickly replicate too many bots, and I would run out of room. Yeah, it's so annoying, because it's like, I would have enough room if these guys weren't holding their weapons. If I could somehow wipe their weapon files, but wait, do I actually need, is that part of it though? Like, is leaving no trace? It doesn't really specify. It doesn't really specify if I can leave the weapon files or not. It just says leave no trace, but is that leaving a trace by like having their weapons remain on the ground? God, sometimes this game, it's like, I wish it would give me a little more, because it didn't mention upgrades and also didn't mention these weapon files, but I feel like this is actually pretty important stuff that'll really change the outcome of my like how the program works. But I mean, I think I'm just gonna assume that it's okay to leave them on the ground, because I really don't know how I would know how to pick them up in the first place. Like, there's just, I can't get those file numbers until they're on the ground, even, as far as I know. There's no, I'm looking right now at the instruction set, and there's no like copy the name of the file on the ground, or the file that bot is holding or something. Okay, one thing I noticed, copy the ID of the held file into the specified register. Would that ever be useful? I don't think so. I don't think so. At least I can't think of a way. So now I'm starting to worry about the whole chain idea. Like, what if there is an endless chain? Because they did mention like that. Oh, I don't even remember where I saw it anymore, but yeah, the Wizard's Tower. I don't know if any of these, I mean, none of these are called the Wizard's Tower, but like the Wizard's Tower, it says Sub-buildings can even have their own sub-buildings, such as Legendary Wizard's Tower. So, like, what if there is a weird sort of situation like that? Like, it could even be here, for all I know. It's just hard to tell. 271. Wait, am I looking at the right one? Oh, no. 263. And then 263 is 244. And then 244 is the end. So, like, that one didn't go on forever. 208 just ends. But, like, and then, like, 278 had one, 220, but then it ends. So, the chains seem to end pretty short, but, like, how would I know if there is one that takes longer? It's like I would need to find here. So I guess there's a quick way to check this. If I find a file 200 that has like only 1 or 2, I should double check. Now all of these have like 4. So I'm looking for a room with like 6. Yeah, no, not that one. No, I mean, thing is, like, I might be able to get away with this by just assuming we will never get a very long chain, but then if there is one with a long chain somewhere in here, I'm screwed and my program won't work, which is not very fun to think about, because that would basically require like rewriting everything up to a certain point. But I mean, if I assume that, then I could get away with probably just saying, once you test if you're at the end of the file and you're not, make a new bot that picks up that one, and then so it picks up 259, and then once we're at the end of that chain, so 259, nothing else, then we can like send a signal. But the whole end of the chain, I mean, how would we send a signal if the whole problem is we can't use global because we're on local? Like, how would I get that done? Because in this case, it would work at first, because I would just say, we reached the end of the file, so we're done. Now go to 298. 298, reach the end of the file, done. 288, reach the end of the file, done. Like, that one would just go through all right. And then let's just look at this next one. So 200 and Stockbridge. Okay, that's here. So pick up 290. Okay, so this is an example of one, because if I have a bot holding this file and says replicate a bot to pick up file 290, then this bot will go here, and then it'll be like, oh, now I need to replicate a bot to go to 279. But the problem is, how do I send that number to another bot? This is where I'm starting to think maybe I would, because like another way to do it is if I replicate the bot, it copies all their values. So maybe I could put it in the T register. That could work, actually. Maybe I think maybe that could work. So like I could say, this is, again, I'm gonna make another copy because I'm crazy, but I think what I could do is, instead of say replicate new bot, copy F to M and all that, I would just say, so just ignore that for a second. Just say, as long as if we're not at the end of the file, copy the next value from the file into the T register, and then replicate a new bot. This new bot will just want to grab T, like that'll be a file, and then it'll do the same process. Now we could still get an endless chain here, so I would still need, but see, this is where I think I could get away with saying, okay, after it replicates a new bot, I just want to void M. So we're waiting for something to get written to M, but that'll only happen if someone reaches the end of their chain, which will only happen, so like, maybe this could work. Let me just see if this has any. Okay, so a bunch of weird stuff happened there because there's a bunch of bots waiting and we didn't quite get it done. So let me just go through this again. So let me actually do this so that I think that makes it, so yeah, every new one. So just once we have all the bots are terminated, you're gonna send out there. Let's just watch you. So you're switching your mode, you're grabbing the main file, jumping here, seek over, overwrite that, not at the end of the file, so then you copy that into your T register, you make a new bot, which is you, and now you're waiting to void something. Meanwhile, you're gonna grab the value there, so you're holding that file, now you seek over, copy that in, test if at the end of the file you're not, so you have to copy that value into your T register, replicate a new bot, and that's you. You're grabbing that one, seeking over, copying, erasing that. Now we are at the end of the file, so you're done. Copy 1 into M, and I think this is the problem because I need it to go backwards in order, but it could. Or do I need it? Maybe I don't. I feel like technically I don't, but let's just see. So who takes this value? Because I copied 1 into M and one of you two are gonna. Oh, it was you, which actually is good, but you were. Oh, so actually what I need to do here is go back to testing end of file. So actually I should have said after void M, I need to go back to this test end of file point. I don't need to seek to, I don't need to copy X to F or anything, so I should just mark like again, like we're just testing again. I don't know. I'm really bad at naming things, but you're just gonna jump to again. Let me just see if this has any chance of just magically working. Oh, wow, 20 out of 26 though, so that almost worked. And I think the problem might have been the thing with the junk M value going to the wrong bot. But let's just again follow the chain. So I'm just gonna let them do that. And then you sent it there. So we're watching you now. Switch mode, grab that. You go here, seek over, overwrite that, test into file, not at the end, so you copy that into there, replicate a new bot, which is you. You're grabbing that, seeking over, overwriting, test into the file, you're not, so you copy 210 in there, replicate a new bot, which is you. And now both of you are waiting for something to come into M. You grab 210, you seek over, copy that in. You are at the end of the file, so you copy this one value into there. Who takes it between these two? You take it, so then you jump back here, you're testing end of file, you are at the end of the file, so you copy the one value in there. You take it this time, and then we jump back here, we're not at the end of the file, so we copy that one into T, make a new bot. Now we're waiting. Oh, I think he's gonna be stuck in an endless loop, or maybe not. So, cause then, yeah, no, that should work. So then the new bot is you grab that, you seek over, erase it. You are at the end of the file, so you copy that one in, you take that, you go back here, you are at the end of the file, so you just jump here, and oh, but first thing you have to do is copy 1 into M. Ah, I see. So maybe it's kind of like the main bot. It's like the main bot doesn't, I don't want him to, once he's at the end of the file, to copy 1 into M, because there's no one to read that. So how would I get that to work? Yeah, because that copy 1M thing worked out pretty well, actually, to prevent like too many bots from being created. But the problem is there's no one to take that value. I mean, one option I have is I just say the main bot kind of has a different line of code where he jumps in, does his stuff, but then once he gets to this spot, void M. Well, no, he always needs to test. It's when he gets to his end of file, he's just done instead of having to copy that. That's like the main difference. Okay, so one way I can kind of get around this actually is by saying, let's see. One way I can get around this is by saying, file into, it doesn't even matter now, but like X, and then test if X is 200. If it is, then I just halt it. So I'll just say you go to like, it doesn't. I think that fixes that issue, because then if you have that file, oh, what, 24 to 26 though. So these two guys are sticking around waiting to copy. What happened here? Oh wait, no, you're this guy. What happened with you though? Why are you're waiting to void that? And you're the guy holding, what are you holding? You're holding 290. Let's see what happened with you, because I'm not sure. So I'll just watch this one. Oh shoot, I should do this before it starts adding up. Okay, so you grab that, jump there, overwrite that, test if you land a file or not. So you copy that in there, make a new bot, which is you, and you're waiting for M. You grab, yeah, 290, seek over, overwrite. You're not at the end of the file, so you have to copy that in, make a new bot, which is you. You grab that, seek over to, overwrite, test if you're in the file you are. So first I just want to make sure, wait, what file are you holding? Oh, you're not holding file 200, then doesn't matter. All you need to do before you go away is just copy 1 in there. Who takes that? Let's see. I think the first guy must have took it. Yeah. So the first guy took it. Ah, but because the first guy took it, He's jumping around, testing end of file again, making a new bot because it's not at the end of the file, which is, oh, did he make it yet? No, now he did. Which is you, and this is fine for now. Overwriting that, testing end of the file. You are, so are you holding file 200? You're not. So copy that in. You took that again. You went up here. You are at the end of the file, so you're done. The problem is you are holding file 200, so you didn't copy one to M, and this guy's just been waiting the whole time. So it's that randomness of who picks up the signal. There's not like a queue of people. That's why it's unfortunate that it didn't work the other way, because I kind of need it to just be like there's one person at the end who's trying to send out a local signal but can't. But I can't do that because there's nothing I can do to say like if you're trying to send out a signal and no one's picking up, you can just end. So how do I get around this? If you're trying to send a signal... Oh man, this is where it's getting really confusing. You're trying to send a signal, but you can't because no one's picking up. But like, how would I... Ugh. Trying to send a signal, but you can't. No one's picking up. Because the problem is me testing if I'm file 200, all that. That actually doesn't work. Like that just won't work. So, because it's not right now. Like, if you're the original file guy, then yes, I need to get rid of that. Maybe I could copy a different value into the M register, or... And then like it's not just like I void it, but I like do something with it. Cause like what I'm thinking is maybe I should think about these chains of like, does this one have chains? I keep forgetting. I think yeah, this one doesn't have any chains, but this one does, I think. So 200, yeah. So it's like, what I'm thinking is it should like it would be nicer if it was like, oh, you have to go to this sub building, so we're gonna wait on you, but you have to go to this sub building, so I have to wait on you. And then when you're done and there's no more sub buildings, you should go back and then say, okay, you can go to your next one now. But how do I communicate that I just want to go back and let this guy know he can continue? Because if I did this, so like one thing I could try, and I don't think it would work, would just be say, just keep replicating until you can't replicate anymore. And then like I think this will just break, but yeah. Well, what? No. Wait, what? Did that... Wait, what? Maybe it could work? So then... Wait, so how would I get it? So then I just need this guy to stop trying to send out a signal. How... But I don't actually know how to do that. Shoot. Technically, he only needs to do it 6 times, so I, like... Yeah, and it's always 6 times, so I could even just be like... Do that. and then once you get there, just halt. And then I don't even need to make a loop there. I just want to know if this works. Okay. I'm gonna take that, honestly. I'm just gonna take that. Yeah! Top percentile activity, let's go. Horrible cycle. Well, not horrible, but a little high on the cycle count. It's actually pretty good on the size, it looks like. Pretty average. Close to the 10th percentile, so not bad. I don't know why that worked. I guess there was never an issue of replicating too many times. I just want to see, like, what even happened then? Because I thought there would be an issue. Like, right here is honestly where I thought the issue would come up. Because you get sent that, and oh shoot. Let me just do this one more time, but just so it's more manageable. Okay, so you're the original dude. You grab that. Oh, I think it's. I forgot that they pick up the file and that creates. Oh my god, how did I forget that? Well, that makes it, yeah, because when they pick up the file, that opens up a spot. I can't believe I only thought of that now. Jeez, okay. Well, good thing is, like, I basically made the right program. I was over engineering it. This thing's a little stupid, but I can't think right now of a better way around that, so I'll probably just stick with that. Yeah, and otherwise I think it's pretty good. Jump again, test. Yeah, and then we always just want to test if we're at the end of the file, and if we are, we halt. I mean, technically I could get rid of this and just say mark done here, so that improved it by like one line of code. Oh yeah. Oh wow, we're actually nearing the top 10th percentile by doing that. But yeah, this thing, I mean, if I could get that down, that'd be really nice, but I mean, the fact that I want to yeah, these guys are like okay, the fact that I want to send that out an exact amount of times. Wait, it's always really annoying. Oh wait, whoops. The fact that I want to send it out exactly 6 times. I mean, I don't know how else I would do that. Because I'm copying this value into the global register 6 times. It doesn't matter what order they get it in. I feel like that's sadly kind of the best way to do it. Because if I just said keep sending that signal out in an infinite loop, what would stop that loop other than a bot coming in and terminating this guy? But all of these guys, like, I don't want them all coming out and trying to do that at the end. Like, it just wouldn't work. So, because that's like one option potentially, but no. So I think this is pretty good. And just like terminate another. Yeah, no, the kill thing I have to do 3 times basically just to make sure, because I can tell you that if I do this, it just won't work. Yeah, no. You need 3 kills in there, and I'm lucky that if I try kill and I can't, it's still fine, because then it would have been actually pretty hard to figure out how to do this. I think. Oh wait, I'm not even sending local signals, so I think I can get rid of that. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I think we just got into the 10th percentile of size, which is pretty nice. And it also sped it up just slightly, but that's actually pretty nice. Now, I don't think there's really anything else I can do at this point. And you know, this N, just to be more clear, I guess it should be like, this is like signal. I'll just say like signal, because like really this guy is the guy like communicating the code to everyone, and he does that by picking up the file that was left on the floor by the first guy, copying it into X. Yeah, because I mean, like, yeah, I need to get rid of the file and all that. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I guess I could. Wait, okay, so one question, why didn't I just leave that file in there and make that guy go back one? Was it just because of activity? So let me copy this guy and just say, don't even worry about grabbing that and dropping that. Just make it so that when we get to the signal guy, he instead links back by one, grabs that, and I don't even think he needs to wipe it then, because I don't think this is part of the trace. So let me just see if this is better. Yeah, nice. Oh shoot, that got 37 and the cycle is 78. But see, the activity went up by 1, but if I don't really care about that, then that's pretty nice. So I already got the best activity, I guess, probably that you can do, which is pretty cool. But now I'm like within the I'm like better than the 10th percentile for size, and the cycle count is just not perfect, but it's still pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with this one. I can't think of anything else now because yeah, this jump reset's a little annoying because it's like I'm saying once you kill all the bots in your space and you copy that P000's thing and you grab that file, then I want you to jump here where you seek and do that instead of doing grab T. I think I might do that. I'm just gonna see if this would even help. But if I say like copy 200 into T, then I can say you're just gonna grab T. Oops. So let me actually just say. Yeah. And I'll just say reset here and get rid of you. And then I think I can do this. Yeah. Let's see if that's better. I think it might be a little better. Ooh, 35. Nice. 35, dang. Yeah, because that made it... This is like really stupid at this point, but I'm copying 200 into T and then grabbing the file according to my T value, which seems stupid. But then every other time what I'm doing is I'm saying copy the next thing into T so that when I replicate I'll have that number, but I'll also have the P000 thing. So that's just kind of like a little shortcut, but it works out pretty nicely. Copy X into F. That's... Oh yeah, that's just overwriting it. And then this again thing is for after we replicate. Yeah, so that we don't... Yeah, because we need to see if we're at the end of the file, and if we are, we need to get out of there and just halt. But if we're not at the end of the file, that's where we have to copy. And is there a reason why I would want to say instead like false jump here and T? No, I think I do want to say it like that. So at this point, I don't know if I can make it much better. Yeah, I think this is my final state for this one, but I'm pretty. This is actually one where even though it was quite hard, I feel like I came up with a pretty good solution. I'm really happy with this. Like those are some great stats. That might be my best stats ever. Like top 10 percentile there, near the top 10 percentile there, and this is 26, so it shouldn't be that. But so like these are my best two scores ever, and then this is just one off from my best score, but it's like basically perfect. So I mean that's great. I'm really happy with that one. Oh, they just shut down. They just shut the whole game down. Something about hackers or something. I guess that means you. People are taking this so seriously. It is real money. People act like the online world is different, but it really isn't. At least as far as human behavior goes. Yeah, true. Oh shit. What? My guild's castle was stolen. I was suddenly booted. Now it's not ours? Sounds like it was hacked. That would be a pretty bad one. It's game developers, though. They write some of the most insecure software out there. Uh, now I feel bad. Alright, anyway. That's where I'll end this video. Thanks if you watched. See you for the next one.